I've been on this app talking about how I don't like reboots, that I think that they're boring, right? And I actually don't have a problem with reboots as an idea, to take this existing franchise or IP and do something new with it. The problem with reboots is I don't think they do enough new. They take this story you love, tell it to you over again with some like small changes, and expect you to have this same experience you did as the first time you heard it. That's just not going to happen. And I think the key to a successful reboot is to not even think of it like a reboot and actually to think of it as a reinvention. And one of the most impressive franchise reboots or reinventions that I have ever seen isn't in the movie industry, it's in the video game industry, and it's God of War. And so I want to talk about what God of War did well with its reinvention. And I really wanted to nail this, so I wrote it down. To keep the core elements intact, one must simply not get rid of them. That's the easy part. The hard part is identifying what those things are. When it came time to reinvent God of War, the first step was to figure out what the load-bearing walls of the franchise were. Once those were uncovered, everything else was torn down and discarded so that they could rebuild. Do not conflate the load-bearing walls with the things you love the most. These are not the same. In this process, you are not seeking to understand what the mechanisms are that invoke a feeling, but rather what the feeling is itself. The goal of a reinvention is to achieve the same feeling with different mechanics. Once you've identified what the essence of your art is, you do not change it, but you change the perspective with which you look at it. The secret to a successful reinvention isn't reinvention at all. It's reinterpretation, meaning you take the information you have and look at it in a new way. When making the original God of War games, the team had created a document called Kratos Rules, which is the main character of God of War. And this document explained everything from how he looked all the way down to intricacies of how he moved. When it came time to reimagine the franchise, they went through this document line by line and rewrote each rule for the new era. It wasn't doing away with the rules of the past, it was using them to chart a new path forward. I hope that makes sense. Like, you want to tear it all down and rebuild in a new direction, not tear it all down and rebuild exactly what you already had.